The mother of a teen who fell to his death at an Orlando amusement park last month is now speaking out. As Michael George reports, she says her son's death could have been prevented and is now demanding changes.
Nakia Dodd can't stop thinking about the last conversation she had with her son.
He turns around and says, "I'll see you Saturday or either Sunday." And that was my last time speaking to my son.
14-year-old Tyre Sampson died last month after he slipped through the seat of an Orlando freefall ride. Dodd says the phone call she received broke her heart.
It was a movie. I'm thinking I'm in a movie. Am I dreaming? I'm like, no. I mean, worst nightmare ever. You send your child on a vacation with family and friends, and he didn't return from their vacation. That's gruesome. That's horrible.
Sampson's parents filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Icon Park, the manufacturer and operator of the ride. A recent state safety report concluded Tyre's seat's safety sensors were manually adjusted at some point and left a gap between the harness and the seat more than twice the typical size to accommodate the 380-pound teen.
The manufacturer required maximum weight was
287 pounds and is right in the manufacturer's manual.
Ms. Dodd, to you, was this more than an accident?
At first it came out as a tragic accident. It's no longer an accident. Yes. My personal opinion, it's murder.
Orlando Slingshot, which operates the free fall, says they're cooperating with the investigation, adding, quote, all protocols, procedures, and safety measures provided by the manufacturer of the ride were followed. Tyre's mother now wants accountability for the son who is affectionately called a gentle giant.
He didn't deserve this. He did not deserve this.
And the family believes a simple $22 seatbelt could have saved Tyre's life. They're calling for them to be installed on similar rides. Ben?
All right, Michael George, thank you so much. For more on this, I want to bring in civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is representing the family of Tyre Sampson, as well as Yarnell Sampson, the father of Tyre. So, Ben, in a statement regarding the lawsuit, you have accused the defendants of negligence in a, quote, multitude of ways. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yes, as Mr. Yarnell Sampson, the father of Tyre, who's here with me, expressed that this lawsuit is about not only getting justice and accountability for Tyre Sampson, but also helping to establish his legacy, that we don't want any other children to ever be killed in the manner that Tyre was killed, because corporations put profit over safety. And that's what we believe was at the crux of how this young man lost his life.
Mr. Sampson, I'm very sorry for your loss. Mr. Crump, is he willing to answer any questions, or would you like to field them?
Oh, Mr. Sampson is here to give his son a voice.
Okay. Mr. Sampson, what would you like to say about this?
Should never happen. The ride got to come down and need some immediate changes. For another parent should never have to bury their child again. Like I reiterate what my son's mother was talking about, this is a nightmare that I still haven't woken up from to this day.
And so you would like to see the amusement park take down this ride? Is there any other steps you're asking them to take?
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna have something like this, have better safety measurements in place and stand on those measurements. You shouldn't be afraid to defend a young man's life, especially my son's. If he was overweight, if he didn't reach the criteria to get on that ride, he should have been, turned down. And he'd have been walking, living now, and we won't be having this conversation. I won't be having this interview with you now.
And Mr. Crump, how is the Icon Amusement Park and its manufacturers handling this incident? And is the state of Florida involved in any way?
The state of Florida, Secretary of Agriculture, which is the regulator for amusement parks in the state of Florida, is conducting an intensive investigation, and they are trying to acknowledge all the shortcuts that were taken by the manufacturer, the operator Slingshot, as well as the theme park itself, Icon Park, we believe, as we announced at our press conference today, that there were 2 individuals who rode that same ride in the very seat that Tyre Sampson lost his life, that complained, that said there's something wrong with that seat. One of them got bruises on his chest because he was trying to hold on for dear life, and he told them that there's something wrong with this chair. And if they would have just did something, not allowed Tyre to get in that chair, then Tyre would be here and Yarnell would not be brokenhearted talking about all the things his 14-year-old son could have become.
And are you getting any indication that the amusement park is going to make the kind of changes that you and Yarnell are now asking for?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a scientific expert or expert in this kind of field of amusement, but I want to ask the owner, the manufacturer, the operator, if it was their child, how would they feel? What would they want justice for their child? What they want changes, recommendations for betterment, safer rides, for 14-year-old kids should not have to fall off and hit the ground and pavement like that at that kind of force, at that kind of speed. The ride is very dangerous, it's unsafe, and it should never have been operated in the first place. My personal opinion. If it happened to 2 other individuals, it just unfortunately happened to the third, which was my son, and not his death. We're talking about it now as we speak.
All right, Yarnell Sampson, again, we're very sorry for your loss, and we thank you for your time, as well as attorney Ben Crump. Thank you both.
Thank you.